This is Steve Zetro Souza from Exodus, and you're listening to Mosh Mag. Turn it up.
Hey, what's up? This is Donald Tardy with Obituary, and you're listening to Mosh Mag. Turn it up.
Are you ready for another Mosh Mag episode 20?
20. We got a 2, and you got, when you put a 2 and you put a 0, it means 20.
20.
24 hours ago. I want to be sedated. I'm sorry, guys. I got a new mic, and I am totally in love with it. So I've been singing, so I just totally forgot that we're actually live.
We're live again.
We are. So we got a few things to talk about. It's we are a little late again, but we're revamping it. We're getting new things, and I'm trying to make it sound more professional. So
it might sound a lot better.
Yeah, it does. I get to hear my voice. You know what, Scott? Have you gotten used to listening to your voice now?
Absolutely.
It is so weird. At the beginning, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to
now
hear
it's
that
like,
fucking voice.
It doesn't bother me anymore.
I know. It
used to bug the crap out of me.
I know. Even like, when we'll go back and we'll listen to all this, like I'll listen to the episode and be like in the truck and, hauling out. It's weird. It's weird. It's still a little weird, but, it's okay. It's
okay.
Yeah. Okay. We are going to start off.
That will have effects soon.
Yeah, we'll have effects soon. We won't have me tinkling around.
We'll work on that.
Okay. We're going to have some more effects. Okay, number 1 we got on our list. What do we have? Yeah.
Sad day in metal. As everybody knows, Vinnie Paul died. Vinnie Paul, who is the co-founder of Pantera, the drummer. Him and Dimebag Darrell co-founded Pantera, of course.
Sure. And then he went off to play with Hell Yeah, which absolutely incredible.
Did Damage Plan first, and then Hell Yeah.
Yeah, but Hell Yeah, God, I remember when I heard the last album of Hell Yeah. I was actually on the toilet, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, oh my God, these guys are great. And I had no idea who was in the band. It was really, but really sad, man.
That's it's Mudvayne and Damage Plan.
Right.
Because it's the old Mudvayne singer. Right. That's a band that I wish could get back together. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
So Vinnie passed away on June 22nd of this year, of course, a few days ago. So rest in peace, Vinnie Paul.
Yeah, and our
love goes out to your family.
Definitely. But they just came out today, just a few hours ago, and they said there was nothing mysterious about his death. He just had a massive heart attack at night, and he passed away in his sleep. How would you want to go? You know what?
Sleep.
Yeah. There's no doubt. But you know what? I always think about, like, when you do die in your sleep, do you ever know that you died? I mean,
probably not.
You know what I mean? You're just all of a sudden.
Probably not.
Yeah, I know. That's. But
would you wake up and feel the pain? You mean, and then
not the pain, but just all of a sudden, would you constantly think that you had a dream, or
Yeah, you'd slip into that dream.
Yeah, but even if about God, I hate talking. That's the one thing around here you're not going to hear. We're not going to get into politics on this shit. We're not going to get into anything like that. You have to be rest assured that we're not going to have a debate on election results or anything anything else.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I know. But, God, see? Got me all juiced up, and I didn't know where I was at. What did I just say?
You were talking about, I don't know how you got the point. You were talking about how
about
dying if you died in your sleep.
But, it's like you kind of think about it. If there is another part, if there is a heaven, or if you got to go to the next side, you're tripping out thinking that you're, do you know that you're dead? That's my thought.
Here's the thought. What if you just when you died, you know, and you fall asleep, that light at the end of the tunnel is actually a vagina at the other end that you're on your way out. You're on your way back in. And that's why we cry when we're born, because we're like, oh, I wasn't done with that life before. You know, and then that's why babies cry, because we've already seen it all happen, and now we're watching our parents fumble around not knowing what the hell we do, you know, because they're new parents and shit. That's why babies laugh at shit at parents. That's why we do the things that fucking, we thrash them when we're young, because we're like, aha. You know what I mean?
So good. I never really thought of that. That is so good.
There's nothing in between. No bullshit, all right? You're in and out. In one door, out the other. Goddamn.
You can't even contemplate your life.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, damn it.
One. Oh,
yep.
I don't know. Would you want to do that? Would you want to be born? I mean,
this is weird. I saw that on something, and I was like, you know, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that is. I like it. It was pretty interesting.
Like in one door and out the other. I was like, hey, why not? I
That
wouldn't mind it.
That was,
you know, why not?
That was so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. But it kind of, you know what? I started thinking about all this, and it was a. I was reading my Facebook, and one of my buddies, Josh. Hi, Josh. How you doing? He wrote a little letter, and it was kind of. It was a response to Vinnie Paul's passing, but it also had to do with Alice in Chains paying tribute to Vinnie Paul and an emotional performance. But he wrote this little thing, and it's more or less like him talking about here it goes. I'll just read it to you. It says, people ask me often why I love metal and why I love being a fan of metal, and it's the people. Yes, there are stupid people everywhere, but metal is truly an international language. Every continent on this earth has metal festivals. There are hundreds of thousands of people deep. I've made friends across the earth, such as Tito, I'm not going to go with the last name, Shannon, and James Willard. That's me. That's my last name. And that I would have never met if it wasn't for our love of metal. And it goes on and stuff like that. But it goes on.
Which I agree.
But it was really cool. And, you know, this Josh, he's a really great guy. And I remember I was in the pit at Slayer, and we were talked a little bit here and there. But it was, we have all these photographers there. And, you know, it was about, you know, maybe 15, I would have to say. And we all congregate in the same group, and we come out in the same group. Well, all of a sudden, Behemoth comes out. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, I'm headbanging a little, and I'm getting into it, and I'm shooting them, and I'm excited. And all of a sudden, I look over, and all these other guys aren't shooting, and they're kind of looking a little weird, you know? Uh-huh. And me and Josh, I look over, and Josh is doing the same thing, and he's headbanging a little bit. And we totally got into it. So later on, this is how we became friends. And it was all about headbanging. Like, you know, none of these other photographers knew kind of the songs and stuff or anything. But that was kind of cool that he wrote that. But anyway, it kind of brings up how like Dublin Death Patrol.
Yeah.
And how we've all really we've kept to this lifestyle. And I call it a lifestyle, which it really is. And it's like our own little community of people that we've all had
we grew up with.
But isn't it a trip that we still, I mean, I think later in life and what brings me, like, I have friends now that are like 19, 20 years old that it's just for the love of music that I only know them.
Yeah.
In metal, you know, and it's so cool that me being in my 50s and then you know, having a 20-year-old, we have something we can relate to. And I have to, dude, you have to kind of look at thrash metal. Is it being really the glue that kind of the resurgence of thrash coming back and us being in it for so long? I think it's really interesting. It's really cool.
I think it's a music thing in general.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, but the community, the metal community, though, no, I 100% agree with that. It's a very close-knit community.
Right, and I you know what? It's so cool that, you know, I think we're now getting recognition of not being this hardcore, you know,
yeah,
weirdos, you know, heroin users, and we just had a bad rap for so long. And I think now, because we're all grown up now, us old guys, and now they're looking at it being like, oh, you guys really aren't a bunch of dicks like we thought you were.
No, because now we're the old guys.
Right. I
Pass the
know.
judgment. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not old. I'm old as fuck. Oh, sorry. We're trying to be clean. Anyway, another thing we have is Judas Priest. They launched a Glenn Tipton Parkinson's Foundation, and they have a shirt out, which is so cool. It's just got Glenn on the front, and then I can't remember what it says on the back, but really incredible, because these guys have 100% of the proceeds are going to go towards the foundation. And I'll try to find the link again. I've had it somewhere, but it's really interesting that every time I go on there, they're sold out of my size. So it's kind of it. But yeah, but I think it was very interesting that Judas Priest launched this Glenn Tipton Foundation and stuff. It was really cool. Judas Priest.
Yeah, that was sweet, man.
Yeah. Okay. This is something. I think this is going to be a little bit of talking right here. Cause,
oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think we're going to have a little discussion right here. I think this is how it's going to roll. Go ahead, Scott. You tell them. Tell them what we're going to do here.
Oh, the whole Slayer thing?
Yeah, Slayer.
Okay, well, first off, though, the Judas Priest thing, it has Tipton on the front, and it says "No Surrender" on the back, and it's got the cross with the hooks. It's a pretty cool shirt, man. It looks like you guys just... It's JudasPriest.com. You can pick it up at JudasPriest.com.
Yep.
Thanks. The Slayer. Yeah, let's talk about Slayer.
Well, so I let me start it off and I'll let you go. It started off where I told him this comment, and he didn't think it was true. So go ahead.
Pisses me off.
I know.
Because you know why? They're doing the same shit. Okay, so here's the thing. So everybody know, this is their last tour, the whole nine, and they're almost doing the same thing Ozzy did, but now they don't want to come back to the United States. Do they forget where they're from?
Right.
That kind of upsets me.
Well, you got to tell them what's going on first, but yeah.
So they have decided to finish their tour here in North America, and they are not coming back here again. They're going to go over to Europe, and they just released for 2019 tour dates. More tour dates.
June 2019.
June of 2019. New tour dates. But they also stated on a site that they will no longer be touring in North America.
Right.
So apparently they're still going to be touring there. They're just not touring here. They've just stopped touring here for whatever reason.
The way it kind of looks that they're adding on Hellfest for next year. And I think there's another festival too that they're going to be adding on. But I don't, you know what? If you're doing that, if you're going to do little festivals here and there, that's fine. If you're not going to go on tour and just do these festivals, that's fine. But it's like a slap in the face for everyone in America, and like, oh, yeah, but you guys will never get to see us again.
And I think, I don't know, I hate to say it, but it just seems like a money grab. It's just annoying.
Dude, if it is, I'm going to be so pissed. And I think a lot of us metalheads are going to be really kind of fucking pissed too. Because that is such BS. Because if you're going to, because we're all grabbing up all this shit. And I understand that you go out there and all of a sudden there is like, it kind of rejuvenates you to love what you love. And I think maybe is Tom thinking, well, I can do this now, or you know what, I can do that. Tom's a nice
maybe
guy.
He doesn't want to give it up.
I think what he really wants to spend time with his family and his daughter, Yeah, I think
they're all getting old too.
I know.
They're getting up in age, so I mean, they're probably at the age now where they don't want to hang out with Dad anymore. They're about to move out.
Well, no, I think he's got a younger daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember how old they are.
I don't know.
Teenagers.
I don't know, but I think that's what he had talked about, But anyway, yeah. So if you want to go see him, but hey, I think that maybe we should go to France and go to that show.
I would love, before I die, to go
dirty
see it.
Americans.
A festival.
Let's do it. Why
I would
not?
love to go to a
you
festival
live one
over there.
time. Let's go.
Sauna Fest.
Sausage Fest is what you said?
Well, what the Sauna Fest or whatever that one is. No, I can't say it.
But hell,
So-
let's go to this. I want to go to this Hellfest now. Let's do that. Too. Anyway, there's another thing that we just saw, and it has to do with Kirk Hammet. Kirk Hammet, huh?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Kirk Hammet goes and states, if I can find this where it was. Oh, Kirk Hammet ponders the future of the electric guitar. He states, like all instrument, he goes, Kirk Hammett said, and I'll quote, "I don't know what the fuck it is, but people seem to be seeing the guitar in a different light and passing them up for fucking samplers and whatnot. Maybe it's a sign of the times. Like all instruments, there's a time when it goes out of fashion. In the early 80s, the guitar wasn't as popular as it became in the mid 90s. So we'll see what happens."
Well, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't think you can have metal. I don't.
Yeah, without
But-
the guitar,
but you
I
know,
don't
like,
know what the hell he's
I-
been listening to lately.
But I think that's when I do when I do interviews now. I really ask. It's one of the questions I'm asking a lot. I'm like, where do you see metal going? Where do you guys see the because
You think it's all going to be synthesized and stuff?
I don't
Shit.
know, but
not metal.
where else can it go?
It's all about crunching guitars and fucking riffs, dude. It's not.
I know
I think he's
I think
tripping.
metal has to be guitars, but I know.
Your boy Kurt's tripping. I can say that because he'll never be on the show.
How do you know?
They don't care.
Well, you know what?
You know that.
I'm pretty
Look,
popular.
they're making
with
a guy.
the
They're making a DJ of a radio station lose 100 pounds just to do an interview with him.
You have to what?
There's a DJ back east in Boston that has to lose 100 pounds. He's going on the Metallica diet. So Metallica said if he loses 100 pounds by November 28th, all four of them will do an interview on air with him at his radio station.
Well, how do we? I won't lose 100 pounds, dude. I could not get down to.
Dude, it's in less than a year, man. That's a hard one, I think. Good luck with that.
Man, that's pretty good. Yeah, I hope he does it, man. Good for
Yeah,
him.
it's if anybody wants to look up more on that, it's hashtag Metallica diet. You'll find them.
Hey, can we both lose 100 pounds combined and then do it?
I don't think so.
I would chop off a leg. No, I wouldn't. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So yeah, it's kind of weird that, I don't know. Can you imagine? I mean, just imagine. What is it just gonna be like a big old metal techno festival party thing going on?
Couldn't
and
be.
shit?
See, then that's techno. See, that's fucking. That's not. Nah.
No.
Metal's guitars,
I know.
drums, bass. It's not. No. No. No.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not happening.
Go ahead. Now our next little tidbit.
No,
we're
but
talking about.
and speaking of guitars and whatnot and what have you, and this kind of goes back to what we were just saying about the whole metal community and music kind of communities in general. How the Bad Wolves raised, I don't know the exact numbers, but they raised a bunch of money for the lead singer of the Cranberries, who we all know passed away.
$250,000 they're donating to the family of the late Cranberry singer.
Which is that's pretty freaking awesome. But
That is.
So that's pretty cool. They covered her song and took all the proceeds. They covered Zombies.
Yeah.
And which was a hit song of theirs, the Cranberries as well. So they took a hit song and made it into another hit again. Made a bunch of money, and boom.
That is
That's
cool.
pretty
You know what? Because these guys, can you imagine? Do you think they really have 250,000 just laying around? Because
No, not the way music works today.
no, and that's what
We've had that conversation.
maybe that's all they had in that whole thing. That's a trip, man. Because that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah. She was set to record with them, and then How did she pass away?
She got murdered.
She what?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. We should have kind of checked on this before we did it. Oh, my God. But, wow, that is... Man, this world's got to change. Anyway, that's pretty sad. But anyway, that's cool that they did that.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. She just died suddenly.
Okay. Wow.
I thought it was. The cause of death was not immediately made public. I totally screwed that up. I apologize. They said it's not being
Fake
treated
news.
as suspicious. Fake news. The coroner's office said the results of the interview would not be released until the 3rd earliest, and nobody's heard it.
Can you imagine being the end of, like, all of a sudden, we didn't check that? All of a
I know.
sudden-
People are like, no, I heard it on Mosh Mag. They think she died. She got murdered.
Fake news. See, there you go.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's how that-
Christ.
We were just demonstrating how fake news works. That's all that was.
Right. What do we have now? Okay. Here's what we got. There's a new band.
Well,
not
this
new
is
band.
this is coming from our Voice of the Underground. So this is kind of the beginning session of our Voice of the Underground.
Right. There you go. It's called Violent Life, Violent Death. These guys are out of North Carolina. They have, let's see right here. This is their second EP. These guys are really heavy. We're hearing stuff that isn't supposed to be out until the 29th. So it's always kind of cool to hear things that...
It's an exclusive.
Yeah, And now if I can find this, I'm going to let you guys have a little hearing of
Yeah,
it.
take a little taste. This is what we like to hear, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
send your stuff in. Let's get it going.
I'm sorry. You want to talk? I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead.
This is our new technology. We can talk during the song, but we won't. Here it is. This is called... God, we're sorry. Come, Heavy Breath. God, I am so bad. God. Okay, here it is. That was Violent Life, Violent Death. And I was about to play it over. That was Come Heavy Breath. Dude, that double bass, I love that shit. Dude, love
See,
that.
okay, now I've heard the whole thing out. I like it a lot better.
I know.
And you know what? You know what my thing is with it? I think it's the. Sorry if I remixed it. I think the mix is just off. It seems like it's
Yeah. No, I hear you.
got a hard tone to it. That's all.
Right.
Or maybe it's the version that we have. But I think it sounds like it's kind of monotoned a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think that song sounds awesome.
No, I do. I agree.
And I think the band sounds freaking great.
Yeah. Dude, the double bass, it just kicks it off. That little melody in the middle that
Sounds a little old school.
Yeah,
and
I
I was trying to picture the band it's similar to, like from back when. I couldn't put my finger on it. But it just sounds like something I would have totally listened to years ago.
Yeah, cool. Violent Life,
So I'm liking it.
Violent Death. So there you go.
Sick.
And all you other bands out there, man, holler at us, man. And I'm telling you, we're here for you. I'd like to see us doing a lot more like that.
Yeah.
I always got asked a question before, like, why aren't we playing a lot more music on like we were? Dude, those legalities, man. You just can't be playing anything. Like all our music that we have at the intro that you guys hear and the exit and even the background music that you hear, that's all been okayed by the bands themselves. So we can only do things that the bands can actually are okaying, and management and PR and all these guys. So
the red tape.
Yeah, all the red tape. We can get a lot of trouble and a lot of money. I mean, we could do it. It's so long. We go into 45 minutes of just talking about this. But yeah, anyway, I have something for Scott that Scott has no idea what I'm going to talk about. Okay, Scott. There's going to be a celebration tour. 30th anniversary celebration tour for Kingdom Come.
Shut up.
No, I'm serious.
Get out with that.
I
Oh
am
my
serious.
goodness. I think the last time they played wasn't it at Day on the Green? Is that what it's
it was
from?
the Monsters of Rock.
I mean, Monsters of Rock, yeah.
Candlestick.
A Candlestick.
Remember
Is that
that?
the 30-year reunion from that?
Yeah.
What else have they
that?
done? I don't remember anything in between that.
Remember that? Remember that guy who was holding that sign and it said Kingdom Clone?
Yeah.
You remember? And then guy was holding this Kingdom Clone up because everyone
times.
said they sounded like Led Zeppelin. So they're all
That's
Kingdom
awesome.
Clone, and all of a sudden this Marine comes up to him. I guess he was a Kingdom Come fan. Just popped this guy right in his mouth, man. The guy got his bloody nose and everything. Gets up like, what? Dude, what's going on? And so he grabs the Kingdom Clone sign and he throws it away. That, Scott, remember that food fight then? Remember that
That
food
was a
fight?
major, yes, there was a big food fight there. That was a crazy show. That was a really good show.
Wow, Metallica, they ripped it, man. That was,
Scorpions,
yeah.
Metallica, wait a minute, Scorpions, Metallica, Van Halen.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like a mini us festival.
Oh yeah, no, that was sick. It was. That was very.
Dude, it just went on, and we sat in that sun, and we just sit out on the lawn for a little bit. We went to the chairs. Shit, I remember Mike Short. Mike, how you doing, Mike? Mike Short's one buddy of ours. That on the way there, he got sick on the way there, and on 101, he puked on the side of my van. This is on the way there, not the way back, not after.
Oh, yeah.
This is going there. He puked and put his head out the side door of my van. Well, me going 80 miles an hour in my van with we had to have 12, 14 people in the van, and puke just was all on the side of this van. And I didn't wash that for a month, and I kept it on there. It looked like fake puke on the side of my van. It was chunks everywhere. No one would get in my van. It was so funny. Oh my god, what a great time, man! We had dude. The times we had in that era.
Oh yeah, no, it was amazing, dude. It was Van Halen, Scorpions, Dokken, Metallica, and Kingdom Come.
Yeah. And
That's funny.
Metallica did not. Oh, who headlined? It was Van Halen. Wasn't
Van
it?
Halen. They
Yeah.
played for 100 minutes. Scorpions played for 75. Dokken and Metallica played for an hour.
That's even good. I mean, an hour.
It was in
for-
1988, dude.
Right.
They weren't that big then. It was that, well, to us.
88. How many years ago was that, Scott? 30
A lot.
years.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So that
see?
was.
See? Yeah. Because that's the only show that they ever played in their lives. They're like, we're getting the band back together,
We're
guys.
getting the van. We're going on tour. Come
We're
on.
getting the band back together.
So stupid.
Dust off the van.
Oh my God.
Pull that out of the shop. We're going. We're going.
Get that Kingdom clone sign out. Come on, hurry
Oh
up.
my
Oh my
goodness.
God. What a great dude. I'm telling you, that was an epic.
God, that's when
Time in our
when
lives.
Hager just joined Van Halen.
Right.
That was OU812. Wow.
And that was at the
is-
beginning because, well, 84 was the last record for David Lee Roth.
Yep.
And I saw Van Halen in 84. I saw them back-to-back nights at Cow Palace.
That's right. They did. That was the first Van Halen I saw them was in 84. They rocked it.
Can you imagine any time now that a band, I mean, it happens, but a band will come in and sell out all these shows like 4 nights, you know? Like, I'm talking metal. I mean, you don't kind of see that anymore. Maybe Metallica can do it, but even Metallica's just taking big old stadiums now and filling the shit out
Yep.
of them and stuff. But wow.
I think Slipknot might be able to.
I don't know.
Depends on who they played with.
Well, see, that's
But
what
then
I'm
again,
saying.
friggin' they
But
didn't.
that was
Yeah.
Van Halen. That was
Yeah.
it. Who played before? Who cared? And played
Yeah,
Cow
that-
Palace for three, maybe 4 nights. It was 3 nights. I saw him 2 out of the 3. But that was kind of cool. It was the last time David was there, and I really
That's like-
wasn't into the album. I think I was more interested in going with. I was with Kathy and Corrine. That was my ex, and her mother. Rest in peace, Kathy. Dude, she was a really cool chick, and her mom, Corrine's mom, was really cool. Yeah. Hey, give a shout out to Kathy. There you go,
That's
Kathy. Holla. And Corrine, shit. There you go.
Yep. I talked to Corey. Well, I mean, I hit her up on Facebook and whatnot.
Oh,
She's
okay.
so cool.
Okay. So, and dude, I want to. Oh, there's another thing. I'm getting the rest of my tattoo done. It is.
But before we get into that,
oh, what are we talking
no,
about?
this whole back-to-back concert thing.
Oh,
No, you're like Van Halen. No, we like Derek and I, Norgard and I, we went and his buddy. We went and did we did the same thing with Metallica back in the day. It was back to back, but again, that's like the only people that I think Van Halen could do it. Metallica, gosh, Guns N' Roses probably could have pulled that off back then. If they played by themselves, they could have probably played off selling out 2 weekends, like a 2 or 3 day show in a row. Not very many bands
Yeah.
could do it, though. I agree. Not too many bands could do it.
even now that they're going out on tour, I mean, they're not. You don't see that a lot. I mean,
No.
it's like one and done. You got to get out. I really think that they don't have the time to just go. Oh, shut up.
Sorry.
I don't
They're
think
fine.
they have when they set the schedule. Their schedule's so okay. We have to pack up and go to this next show.
Yeah.
They don't have it like, oh, we've had enough dates. Let's pack in some more dates there. These schedules are now so refined. It wasn't like, okay,
Well,
our next show's
Faith No More
next
did it.
Friday.
Faith No More did it, and then they added on the show, and it sold out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. But I'm just
Faith
saying,
No
I think that's why it's so hard. You have to set these days, and it's so
Yeah.
hard to schedule a whole United States tour, and then all of a sudden we have an extra day off, or we're going to fill it with a date. It can happen, but I'm just saying it's very far in the future.
Well, here's a cool little story. I'll just throw this out there real quick. A little band by the name of Deftones, dude. They're freaking awesome. They were playing in Sacramento, and I think they played Fresno one night, and then they had I think they played them. I don't know. It was like a Sunday, and then they were going to Sacramento the following weekend or whatever. Well, dude, it was like a Thursday night. They played. Not kidding you. They played a hall like a little hall here in Modesto on Thursday night, dude. Sold the place out in seconds. It was the most funkiest smelling, foggy, gross, but dude, it was probably one of the best times I've ever seen the Deftones.
Wow.
Out of the blue, it was like on their fan page or something. Kendra, my ex's, her brother-in-law, Kevin or something, found out about it. He's like, "Did you want to go to the Deftones tonight in Modesto?" We're like, "Hell yeah, friggin' go to the show." Probably one of the best. That show was one of the best little tiny club shows that I've been to.
Right.
That one and the Counting Crows at the friggin' at the Omni in Oakland.
Oh,
that was another one
wow.
that blew me away.
Wow.
And I was like, "Well, dude, their whole set was just their stage was all Christmas white Christmas tree lights everywhere.
Oh shit!
It was amazing."
Did you ever? You know the carpool karaoke?
Yeah.
You know that guy? What's this guy's name?
James Corrigan.
Yeah, something.
No,
like
I
that.
think that's the other guy.
Yeah. Anyway, he had Paul McCartney on, and I just
Oh,
saw this.
yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I posted on my Facebook
And
too.
they go through, and I guess he went to the bar where they used to play, and everyone's just sitting there in the bar, and all of a sudden, he's at the bar, and Paul McCartney's not in there with him at the time, and then all of a sudden, he goes to this girl, "Hey, why don't you put a song in the jukebox?" And girl goes up the jukebox, and then all of a sudden this curtain appears in the back of this bar, and there's Paul McCartney playing. These people shit their pants.
Oh, yeah.
That
That
old
was
lady,
sick.
that was
Yeah.
so cool. I had chills.
Dude, and then he's like, it's the jukebox all night long.
Right,
So it's
right.
free. That was, could you
and
imagine?
then after one song, it would close, and then another person, they would be running. And
running
then all of
over
a
there,
sudden-
they're like,
And then by the time after the third song, man, everyone was pouring in, and they would only let a certain amount of people in because it was just getting crazy. God, well, you know what? I looked at that interview and him singing and all like that. You know what? I was never a Paul fan, but man, that guy is a living
The
legend.
history.
Man. Yeah,
the legend.
Just
Dude,
what
that
he's
whole
done.
interview was pretty cool because actually
was.
Paul went, they walked down Penny Lane and he signed
Right.
the Penny
He
Lane
signed the
sign.
Penny Lane sign.
And he's all, if it wasn't recorded, nobody believed that's your
Yeah,
signature.
yeah.
I mean, that's just cool shit. And he went back to his old house.
Right.
That whole interview was really cool.
Really.
I actually dug
was
it.
really-
I don't really typically watch that carpool karaoke shit, but that one, I don't know why it
yeah.
caught my eye because I saw Paul McCartney on there and I just played it.
And that is same thing I did, and then I did start crying too. I was like, oh my god, because it did remind me of my mom and all that.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was a really, really
you guys
good one.
get a chance to check that one out. That's really cool. So anyway, I'm finishing up my tattoo. I have a food dog, and it's going to go down my arm. So Tommy Montoya, he's going to be at the Northern Arizona Tattoo Fest here I think it starts on Friday. It's in Prescott Resort and Casino, and it is on June 29th to the July 1st. And I'm going up there to finish up my tat. Well, there's a story that I'm telling because it's kind of funny. When I was there at another tattoo convention here a couple months ago, when he started my tat, there was some people from their little place, from his booth that he brings in from, all that other stuff, all the other artists that come with them. I think it's called Clockwork. Anyway, it's not part of the story. But anyway, one of those guys were itching himself. And I looked at him like, what the hell are you doing? He goes, man, it's so hot here that I'm sitting in this chair all day, doing tattoos. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. My balls itch so much. And so we made so much fun of this guy. So everyone's, swamp ass. That's what we're talking about, all this stuff. So since I'm seeing him this week, I've got a little care package for all the boys in the shop. So I've got this anti-monkey butt for guys. It's an.
You should take pictures of those and post them on our
I
site,
will.
on
I
our
will put it.
Facebook.
I want to put pictures of what I'm giving Tommy Montoya, and it's called anti-monkey butt. It's for guys. An anti-friction powder. It's funny as shit. Then I've got him a tube of fresh balls. Yes, fresh balls.
It's for your sweaty balls.
I can't even read it. It's for the groin area. It's a soothing cream along with a cooling powder and an anti-chafe. Yeah. And then, here comes, it's called Comfy Boys. So these are, it's an intimate odor for men. So I've got these little things. I'm going to take pictures of them. I'll post them on Facebook. And you guys go check these out. It's funny.
On Instagram.
But anyway, yeah, I'll do them all up. But if you guys are in town, man, in northern Arizona, if you want to beat the heat, go to the Northern Arizona Tattoo Fest up there. Tommy Montoya is going to be there. A whole bunch of the guys, man. Killer festival. I mean, killer little tattoo festival they have up there. So yeah.
And then coming up, I have OTEP. That's in
right.
August or October.
Well,
August.
August. I have Black Dahlia Murder. I'm have that interview, and that is going to be at.
Oh yeah, that's up first.
That is at the press room here in Phoenix, and I will be doing that on July 3rd, actually. And I think yes, Scott, what are you doing? You're doing OTEP.
OTEP is after that, actually.
Yeah.
So OTEP's in October. We haven't quite decided where yet. So
it's August.
August, I mean. I keep throwing October in
know.
there. It's in August. We'll have more as that's coming up, as that gets closer.
I think,
we'll have more information.
I think he's going to be in. I think he's going to be in. Where are you going to be, Scott?
Hopefully in Sacramento
yeah.
at the Holy Diver.
Right.
They'll be playing in there.
We're trying to change the date. He was going to go into Fresno and do that one show, but we decided to. It was a lot closer, and he had things to do, so we're going to do that.
Sacramento was just a lot closer, and I'd like to actually go check out the Holy Diver too, because maybe start checking out more shows there.
Yeah. So we're going to go rogue. He's got his own recorder now. I've got my own recorder. We want to, if you guys see us at a show, come and talk to us. What I want to do now, Scott, every show that we do, when we finally get our shirts made, one person that comes up to us and says like a word, say if I go to, say like the Black Dahlia Murder, not now, but when, say, hey, this like a secret word, and if you come up and tell me that, you get a free shirt.
That'll work.
You know what? That's how we're gonna roll.
Only released on the podcast. Yeah, the word of the day, or the word of the week is this.
Right, and then if we go to that show and you see us, you track us down, and guys say hi. And you know what? If you're a band, give us some of your stuff or send us an email, and Scott's gonna have all that.
And you'll see us because we'll always be wearing Mosh Mag t-shirts at the show. So.
Even a ripped one.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
I was at a show and I was shooting, and I went back to shoot the drummer Donald Tardy at the Obituary show, and there was a power box and it ripped my thing. So I was like, I'm wearing this shirt because it's the only shirt I have. So I put grapper's tape on it and I went it like that. Yeah,
figure it out.
I know. I look like a bum, with tape on me, like holding my shirt up. But shit,
figure it out. I hear you.
Good. So that's it, guys. Scott's going to give you all the other stuff that we need to do. And
yeah, that should wrap it up. And you know how to get a hold of us. It's www.moshmag.com. We are Mosh_Mag on the Twitter, on the Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. We are Mosh Mag Podcast. And you know, if you're too lazy to do any of that, just hit up the Google, type in Mosh Mag. It gives you all of our information. And then all the voice-activated stuff, you know how to do it. Yep. It is Alexa, Google, whatever it is, just ask it to play Mosh Mag Podcast.
There you go. You got it right that time. That was good.
I'm getting better.
It only took you 14 times, but it's okay. Yeah.
So that's us.
That is it. That's number 20. We are.
That is 20.
It's in the books, man. That was good. Okay, Scott. Next time.
All right, fellas.
I don't know what we're gonna have next time, but we'll make sure you'll like it. Okay.
There you go. Sounds good. Don't go dying on us.
Yeah.
Bye.
Don't die. Peace.
Don't go dying.